Hey guys, in this video I wanted to talk about how I created sci-fi gun sounds within Faceplant. So here let's look at tone low. This is a wavetable and I'm oscillating through the different frames in the table using a curve shape right here. Next is tone high. I'm doing a similar thing here, but instead of using the table, I'm modulating the pitch and the shift. You can see I'm using a filter here that's cutting the lows, while the filter here is cutting the highs. So by blending these two together, you get a fuller sound. So with these tonal layers, it's good to blend them in with noise as well. So I have this noise transient, just using a regular noise generator. But every time I play a key, it will sound slightly different because of this random seed. Let's listen to how this sounds by itself. And with the other tonal layers. Now to give this transient more character, I'm using a metal impact sound. So we have a lot of energy on the transient, but there's not so much going on for the tail. So I decided to add this layer here. Instead of using like a wavetable or a normal sampler, here I'm using the granular module. And for this, I wanted some more texture that creeps in after the transient. That's what it sounds like on its own. So it's a really short granular sequence, and this is achieved by shortening the grain length right here, as well as the number of grains. If I raise the grain size, you hear there's fewer grains because it takes longer for each one to pass through. So making it shorter. Adds more almost like percussive texture. And for the envelope, I have quite a short attack, but it's still removing the initial transient and letting everything else come through. I can actually bring this up a bit more if I want to, the decay curve, to get more of the tail at the end. Now let's listen to this with everything else so far. Now after listening to this, it has too much high material and not enough bass. So here I added this last layer. It's literally just a kick. And I dropped it straight in here because I plan on affecting this a bit more once I export all of these layers back out. But already it has a really well balanced sound with everything else. After I was happy with everything in Faceplant, I exported these into both mono and stereo layers. The reason why I did this is because I want the audio to be 3D as well as 2D. 3D is going to be for when you hear another player in a game firing, and 2D is when you're hearing your own weapon. So this is what the mono export sounds like. And now here's the stereo export. So in the next video, I'll show you how I implemented these sounds in Metasound.